Evening, ladies and gents. We're at St Anne's in Limehouse, and this is the first time I've actually been able to get into the building, this being a Sunday. It's the church. I think there may be a service going on at the moment, so I'll be very, very quiet. We're in St Anne's Church in Limehouse. Absolutely beautiful building. Look at the ceiling. With galleries. I stayed for a church service, which was of Moses, which was quite nice actually, and very, very nice people here. This church had a fire in, I think it was 1850 or 1851. It was built in the Georgian era, I think 1730s or 50s. Had a bad fire in the 1850s and was restored. Here's the pulpit. And now we shall go and see the stained glass. Is absolutely lovely. Just film it on that a bit if I can. Oh, that's lovely. That's nice. Wow, look at that organ up there. That's very impressive. I like these Georgian era churches. They're very plain, but very really elegant, beautiful in their style. And now we'll have a look at the. Oh, that's where the heat's coming from under there. The font. And that's in cast iron and is weighted. So you'll pour that and it'll raise the font lid up so you can. Hiya, you okay? So you can christen the children. That's very nice. Beautiful church. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I shall pause you for a moment while I sort some money out for a donation. Help us to restore the east window. Well, if anything deserves to be saved, that is a beautiful piece of stained glass. £40,000 going to cost. The cost of the window restoration is estimated at £100,000. Sponsor are paying. We are aiming to raise £40,000 for a sponsorship. Simply pick an element of the picture that you would like to sponsor, and you can visit the website and make your gift. We're also offering donors the opportunity to contribute to the background of the picture via a smaller donation. ladies and gents, I shall pause you for a moment. Sorry. I shall pause you for a moment, put you down here. What's this? Let's have a look.
Is this going up there as well?
Battle End sign of HMS Ark Royal. Oh, that's interesting. Back is killing me. I must take a painkiller on it in a minute. Let me pause. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our tour of the church, which is a lovely church. Very nice people too. Wow. Now this is, as I say, is very simple, but very elegant. James Rollinson. Cool, I bet if you played music in here you'd get some good acoustics. And that one is Maria Amelia Charles Worth. So there we are. Now I'll show you the outside of the church before I have to be off quickly. Without falling down the stairs. They seem like a friendly bunch, so I'll pop back a few more Sundays, get to know them, and that's how you get to hopefully go up in the church tower, which is something I like to do. But you don't ask that on your first visit, you get to know the people first. You may have to attend a couple of church services to do that, but I could think of worse things to have to do on a Sunday. I've shown the outside of this one before on my page a while ago. Never been able to do the inside of it. Had to attend a church service to be able to do that, and afterwards, after the church service, you get invited back for tea and cakes at the vicarage, which is very nice, really. We often moan about things not being community based now, and that is a community based thing, so that's your cup of tea. It must be nice, especially for people that haven't got no one. I noticed a few older people there that may not have what, like relatives or family, or might just be lonely, you don't know, do you? A little interesting aspect of this church I shall show you around here are mason's marks. Very warm in that church, I must admit, I'm sweating. I had to stop my video inside and then restart because they were struggling to move this great big wooden thing. I don't know what, I think it was a communion table. Massive. So I helped to move a communion table. I think it was a communion table. It looked like, well, it was a table anyway, and it weighed about 800 stones, so it was obviously an antique, very well made table. And the lovely stained glass window, which looks pretty, what's the modern word, epic from inside, looks pretty plain from out here. And this be that. Oh, it's nice to get out in the cool because I was really starting to sweat. I hate that as well. Sweating in church or anywhere public, really. That's that stained glass window, which on the inside is surrounded by a lovely wooden frame and everything, as you've seen. And here is the interestingness. THLP GS 1754, and with the gouge marks in that, this would have been covered in a a render, most likely a lime render. So that wouldn't have been seen, and they're most likely the marks of the masons that worked on this piece of stone. Masons' marks on pieces of stone are common, so they knew who'd carved what, who to pay, and who to tell off if they'd done a dodgy job. And as you can see here, look, the modern masons' marks, and this is an older one. I've searched and checked all over this church, but I can't find any more. But yeah, it's very, very interesting if you like that sort of thing. And last but most definitely not least is one of the most interesting things about this place. It's a Georgian balls up, shall we say, that they tried to make something different of. You see up there, it's a bit plain, doesn't it? I think, that needs something to top it off, something that would make it look nice. I went in through that way and came out through that one, which is where that impressive entranceway was. Minding that there isn't any dog turd around. The interesting curio I wanted to show you is this. People going by on the bus, including myself until I found out what it was, often think, oh, this must be the grave of an Egyptologist. It's a pyramid in the East End of London. It's not. This was carved so big and so solid that in those days they couldn't get it up there where it should have gone. They tried several times and it wouldn't go, so in the end it got put out here and was made an interesting curio, part of the churchyard. It's basically a Georgian balls up. I think they even tried to get it back up there in Victorian times, but they gave up in the end, and now it's what they call an intrinsic part of the churchyard's history. And up the top it's got God have mercy. Yeah, this is where we've just come out from. You see they've closed the door, and this is where I would like to get up into one day, which will get to know the people a little better. Lovely church, very nice. Making sure I'm not treading on anything. Yeah, but that's the pyramid, which should have gone at the back bit up there. And here is supposedly one of London's most haunted little streets or alleyways. The Ginnell, they call it. It's meant to be haunted anyway. And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our tour of the church. Hope you all enjoyed that. And I am now off, and I shall see you all again in Rye. Now will be my next location lives. There won't be no location lives during the week, just historical stuff. So see you all in Rye.